Hello, testing, my first sit down video. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I feel like a fraud saying that because I only post a video like once in 3 months. But even though, in this video, I'm going to be telling you why I stopped posting on Instagram, why I stopped creating content for Instagram, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm going to be telling you why I take my face from this to this. Alright, so let's get it, okay? Let me give you the juicy details. So let me give you backstory, right? I started creating content for Instagram in 2020, during the lockdown. And I didn't start it intentionally, right? It's not one of those things that I had in my 3-year plan that 2020 start creating content for Instagram. No, it didn't work like that. The lockdown was so, I don't know if there's a phrase like mentally frustrating. Like, I was not physically tired per se, but my brain was tired, and my brain was tired from doing nothing. And besides that, I'm the last born in my house, so there was lots of African child responsibilities that I had to do, that I naturally wouldn't have to do if I was in school, right? So I was one cooking every day, doing different things that I did not like to do, right? So it was a lot of pressure for me. So I was looking for how to have control of something. You know, when you're at home, there's only so much you can control. You can't control when you can control when you wake up, but you can't control the tasks that you do. You can't control the number of chores that you have. They are your chores, whether you like it or not, and you will do them because nobody will do them for you. So I was looking for something that I could control, something that I could call my own, right? So one day I decided to start makeup. By the way, I learned makeup in 2017. I learned makeup and gele. And then by 2019, I noticed that I didn't know how to style gele again because I did not practice for a long time. So in 2020, I said, okay, don't let me allow this same thing that happened to my gele happen to my makeup. Let me just start to practice. So I started to practice on myself. And then I posted one of my pictures on Instagram, and people were like, oh, this is nice, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, cool. I think that was around the time that I got TikTok. I don't know if that's not when TikTok started, but that was around the time I got TikTok. So I was recreating a lot of sounds, and TikTok is like the best app ever. I was getting a lot of sounds, and there's this particular girl, Steffi. She made a voiceover when she was doing her makeup, and I just did one of her videos.
Just blend the hedge like that. You can add something here to pop, lock, and drop everything. My friend, you look so good. You're doing a marvelous job right now.
And then somebody said, Bukola, I really like this. It was so funny. Do more. And that was really all I needed to start. Somebody just said, do more. And I'm like, that's a good idea. So I finished that girl's page. That's if I don't even recreate half of it. I love her content so much. I'm no longer on TikTok that much, so I don't know what she does now. So I did that, and then people were really, happy with it. And then I didn't even know I knew how to edit videos, or I knew how to do transition videos. It was just something that I did once. And it started with this song, this Koroba song. This was my first transition video. I'll link it. And I've been cleaning my face for a long time. When will I start this makeup? So I started to create the content. And it was so liberating because, even while I still had like 5 million tasks to do, I'll take a time to create content because it felt like my own. It felt like I could control it, and I could, right? And I'm grateful that my parents let me do it. Let me do it in the sense that whenever they saw that I was creating content, they wouldn't bother me or call me or. I promise I'm not under arrest. It's just Nigerian noise, okay? So they won't bother me and all that. So I had something to my name, and it was good. It was good. And around that 2020, there were a lot of us that started content creation at the same time. So we had like a mini community, not a community that was like defined, or maybe WhatsApp group or something like that. Of which we actually had a WhatsApp group, but we had like a mini community where everybody just come together, support each other. Oh babe, your content is really nice. Oh, I think you can do it better this way. I think you can do it better this way. And it felt good to be a part of something that no other person was controlling except me, right? So then I started to create content. I got monetized really, really early. Okay, maybe not really early, but early enough. And I'm happy I got monetized when I did, because at least I made some money from it, right? So brands will reach out to you and ask you to create videos with their products, beauty brands, and they'll pay you for it because you're using common sense, your brain, your creativity, your resources, and all of that. They pay you for it, and it was good stuff. But I think one thing that I really enjoyed that year was PR. So PR is this thing that beauty brands send to beauty influencers or enthusiasts or content creators as a way of appreciating them for what they do. That's what it's supposed to be, right? That's what it's supposed to be. So there's a lot of PR from different brands. My favorite brand in the whole world, Beauty Line by Didi. They still send me PR to this day, even though I have not, created content in a long time. And I'm going to create a separate video for Beauty Line by Didi, because not for advertisement or anything, but just to tell you how much they mean to me, because they actually do mean a whole lot to me. I've never met the CEO, I don't know them from anywhere, but that's not what this story is about. So there was PR, there was gifts, there was giveaways, there was different things, paid jobs, seminars, classes, different things, and it was a good run, right? It was really good. But then there's this thing that comes with being a creative. There's this pressure that comes with being a creative, because whatever you create is like an extension of yourself. And when you put it out there, whether you like it or not, whether you're forming, you don't care or not, there's a subconscious feeling that you want people to like your stuff, right? You want people to like your content. That's why artists put out music and they're wondering, oh, what are people saying about it? Or people like it. You want people to like your stuff. And that was very alien to me, because I'm not usually a huge fan of, I don't know how to say this, I can't find a better word, but I'm not a very huge fan of validation from other people when it comes to regular things like my work, or maybe how I look, or other things. But then this one it had to be out there, right? People actually had to like my stuff, because if I'm putting out content and nobody likes, then what am I doing, right? And then there was also the part of me liking what I put out. So there's a balance, right? You have to, as a creative, you have to meet in the middle, where your audience wants you to be and where you yourself you want to be, what you want to create. You guys have to meet in the middle. And there's always that pressure. There's always, so when you post that video, you're waiting 20 minutes, okay, 2 likes, okay, people like it, okay, 3 comments, okay, this girl that said is good, okay, this girl that said is impressive. And all of that was creeping into my work. So it went from becoming a hobby to becoming a chore. So the chores I was running away from, my house chores, creating content became that for me, and it started to become so tedious. And then at the time, everybody was saying something about the Instagram algorithm. Oh, the algorithm wants you to post 7 times a day. Oh, the algorithm wants you to post more reels. Oh, the algorithm wants more transition videos. And there was a lot of, there was just a lot of external things. There were a lot of external things that were affecting how I was creating. So it started to become work for me, and it started to defeat the purpose of why I started. Aside that, my skin decided to do her own. So there's this thing that I noticed with my skin. It's like every December through January, something just happens. I just start to break out so bad. I don't know if it's the weather, or I start to break out so bad. So that happened as well. And whenever your skin is not popping, the ginger reduces. It's fact. Okay. So I was losing motivation on all grounds, on the fact that it was becoming work, on the fact that my skin was not cooperating, and then there was also as a creative, you have to constantly improve yourself. You cannot stay where you are. You cannot be complacent and say, okay, this is what I like doing, I'm just going to keep doing this. You actually have to move if you want to continue to appeal to your audience, right? Because content is there's so much content online. When they say content, in fact, I'm tired of hearing the word content. Content is everywhere. This thing I'm doing is content, right? The title of this video that you're watching is content. The fact that you search for this thing, everything is content, right? So there's so much content in the world, and you cannot afford to remain where you are, right? So there's always that constant need for improvement and doing better than you did before. There's this thing we had at church, I think it was the last Sunday, was a creative Sunday. We were speaking about perfection. How do you balance perfection with improving your skills? And the lady said something very interesting to me. She said perfection isn't particularly you doing everything right. It's in the fact that what you're putting out today is better than what you put out yesterday. That is what excellence is. That's what progress is, right? So there was that pressure because you have to do this. People are doing crazy eye looks, which are so beautiful, so amazing, but that's not where my interest lies, right? I just want to do transition video or dance or lip sync, just vibe. You understand? So there's a lot of pressure to do what other people were doing, and honestly, I didn't subscribe to that. Then there was this thing of everybody's getting new lights, everybody's getting new cameras, or everybody's buying a new phone. This girl's quality has increased. How can I make my quality better? So it was a lot of comparison. It was just a lot. And I sat down and I evaluated it, and I said, Kara, you know what? You will relax. You will like to relax. And I did. So, 1 second. Apparently, I cannot multitask. So let me quickly finish blending this. So because I initially liked content creation, right, it was difficult for me to just stop outrightly. I would always go back and say, okay, let me try this again. Okay, let me see if it works out this time. Like I said before, there's a lot of pressure. Post every day, do this, do that. I don't think I really ever fell into all those categories because I value my free time. I like to watch movies. I like to chill. So I was definitely not going to post every day, right? Except I'm doing a challenge or something like that. But then it was there regardless. And then your audience, if they like your stuff, they will ask for more. Which is very, would I say humbling now? It makes you see that people actually like my stuff and they want me to do more with. So it's two sides. So on one side, you're feeling that's really good, that's really impressive, that's really flattering. On the other hand, you're thinking, what if the next thing I do does not bang? What if they don't like it? Just that. So I thought about it and I said, you know what, you're going to post whenever you feel like. All this pressure, right, will make me just do video because, let me just do it because I'm not posted in 2 weeks. Because I'm not posted in 3 days, let me just quickly make a video. And all those videos I made in those times when I forced myself, I look back at them now and I cringe. I'm like, what was that? What is this playing? Like, it was, you can tell if you go through my Instagram page, you can tell the videos that I had fun doing. You will see them. I'm smiling, I'm happy. You can feel the vibe through the video. But all those other ones was all those ones that I forced myself to do. And whenever I force yourself to do stuff, whenever I force myself to do stuff, I don't enjoy it. I don't. It's not one of those things that you enjoy later. I actually do not enjoy it. So I just weighed my options and I said, you know what? I'll post whenever I feel like posting. I'll create content whenever I feel like creating content. And we'll see where we go from there. So there was that. And that's how I reduced my posting every day. Now that's the let's say emotional, internal side of the story. There's also the external side. So school resumed. School resumed to an exam, a professional exam. So it's not like I had time to ease into creating content at school. And my entire setup is it's not that big, but it takes space, right? So there was no moving to school immediately. So school resumed to exams, and obviously when you have an MB, a professional exam, they don't bore you well to go and be dancing on Instagram and be doing weird things. You sit down and you study your books, right? So there was that part for me. So I took a long break of content creation, about 3 months, because I was in school studying for an exam. And you know how federal schools are. They'll say exam is on May 8th. You will not write the exam until July, because they'll keep on postponing, right? So it was really difficult for me to plan myself and say, okay, I'm just going to take a month off content creation, because that month you take off, you don't know, maybe they'll still postpone the exam. Do you get? So it was moving to school and just killed it for me. However, when I moved to a new room, I had a roommate that wasn't feeling too well, so she couldn't resume early. So I had some space to myself. So I took my filming stuff to school, my ring lights, my tripod. It's not like I had a lot of stuff like that. So I took all of that to school, and then I was able to create content again. My life started to get back on track because I finished the exams. I had time, I had energy, I had ginger, safe. So I started to create again. And then NEPA. So in my house, I can control when there's light, because if there's no light at night, maybe my father will buy phone, turn on the gen. When the gen is on, I can quickly film something, right? So it was still easy for me to plan around that at home. But in school, nothing for you. When they take light, they take light, and that's the end. And you don't know when they're going to bring it back. So there was that limitation. There's also the factor of, okay, my friend might come to visit me, and I don't like naming these things, but I think I kind of have like performance anxiety. I don't like to do my stuff in front of people. I don't like to do my transitions in front of people. I get shy, I get anxious. I don't like it, right? It's not, I just started getting bold recently to do stuff in front of people, or to, you get. So people just come into my room and hang with me, and I like my friends around, right? So I will not tell them to go, except it's very, very important and I'm really in the mood to create content. But when they are there, it's like I can't create anything. Do you get? So there are a lot of factors. Or somebody come and knock my door, ask for, different things that were just saying, Bukola, you will not do this content creation thing. So eventually I had somebody moving with me. And then that even made it worse, because I don't tell her that she should go outside. I want to make video. She should not pay the same money that I paid. So there was that, and everything just started to point towards me stopping. And then there was this time that my phone started to act up. This phone I'm using to record has shown me Pepe in this life. I need a new one, but that's not the story for today. So there's also that my phone will act up, just delete my video sometimes, just act as it likes. In short, will just hang. Video has already finished editing. In short, will just decide that I'm not going to download this video for you. Sorry, and then I had to do it all over again. So it was a lot of stress, a lot of struggle. That I was just thinking, is this thing still worth it, right? Is it still worth it? So there were a lot of challenges that I was facing, and they were facing me back. So I just decided to pause, So it's not like I've stopped creating content per se. I just no longer put myself under the box of posting for Instagram. So if I create content and I like it, I'll post it on Instagram. But if I don't like it, that's fine, right? So I still create content. In fact, and that factor that made me, stop doing this thing is I got interested in digital marketing. And digital marketing, honestly, has taken all my attention away from creating content. I still do makeup for people, though. I still, when I'm going out on very important days, I do makeup. It's not like I've stopped doing makeup. I just don't set up, record, and all of that stuff anymore. So like I said, I'm now into digital marketing. I love it. Sitting down to write the strategy of, how this content is going to play out, what this content is supposed to do. And I think that, content creation, my beauty content creation journey has prepared me for this, right? So I'm able to see on both ends, on the ends of the creator, person that is actually putting out the video, and seeing the results, the person that can actually see the metrics, and then the person that is just planning the content and planning is based on what goal they want to achieve. Do you get? So it's really interesting. I like digital marketing, so it's not like I stopped creating content. I'm still in the business of creating content now. It's just that I'm not under any pressure to create. I'm not under any pressure to create beauty content. Also, I know that my story is dancing up and down. Don't worry. I'll try to summarize at the end of this video. Also, beauty content is kind of difficult to create because it's not like regular TikToks that if you can block out 2 hours of your day, you can just sit down and record everything at once. Beauty content, even though you can batch create, there's only so much you can do with one base of makeup. There's only so much. It takes so much time, it takes energy, it takes skill. And I used to batch create at some point, in the sense that I would do a makeup look, then wipe my eyes, wipe my lips, and do another one, and then it looks like a brand new look. Probably change my hair, change my top, and all that good stuff. In fact, I think I've done like 4 looks in a sitting before. So it works, right? But it is still very time intensive. You cannot just wake up and say, okay, I have 30 minutes, let me quickly film something. If you have motivation now, you have to block out time to do it. Do you get? It's not something you just jumpstart. So that's another reason why I thought, let me just relax. So I've done my eyes off camera and I'm just going to do my lips now. I didn't even tell you guys what I've been using since. I'll just write the list in the description. But yeah, that's the story. It's quite intensive. Also capital intensive. You have to spend money. But that's not a major reason for me, because regardless whether I do content creation or not, because I'm a makeup artist, I have to invest in my lighting, I have to invest in my setup, so that one still works out, right? So it's not because I don't tell you anything. I'm using a regular Davis pencil in 03 to line my lips. I think it's the darkest shade that there is. That is not black. And I'm just going to wear lip gloss. I've always been a lip gloss girl. Forever and always. So in future, I might decide to go back into content creation, beauty content creation, but then I would have considered a lot of factors. I have considered a lot of things, a lot of variables. Can I have constant light? Can I post at my own pace? Can I create what I like? Do you get? Am I mature enough to not compare myself with other people? Right? So these are the EUs. These are the issues. I don't think I've ever done this combo before. I use the Beauty Line by DD Strict and the regular brown pencil, because I'm going to line this with gloss. So that's the story of my life, of my content creation. So when people are asking me, oh, Bukola, where are you? You've not posted anything in a long time. This is why. This is why. But definitely, I'm going to have all these, random bursts of energy and creativity and post something. But it's not going to be. I'm not going to make it regular, or I'm not going to put pressure on myself. I think there are other things that I can be doing, that will bring me more satisfaction and less anxiety. So Let me just finish my makeup off camera and then come back to tell you bye bye. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed sharing it with you guys. It's not really something that anybody wants to talk about every time, but I hope that you've enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know in the comments. And if there's any other thing you want me to talk about, maybe my content creation journey, or what being in medical school is like as a creative, if I like being in medical school, you can ask me in the comments, or you can send me a DM on Instagram, and I will do well to respond. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you had a good time. Bye. See you in my next video, whenever that is. Bye. Hello guys, welcome. Seminars, classes, different things, and it was really good by the last day. I enjoyed sharing with you.